welcome to the first episode of Broadcast UGC.
I'm Baz, or, well, many people probably know me as Baz, but my in-game name is Bazag.
And I'm Galactrix. Hello. And who have we got in the audience? We've got Captain PF Dennis, and looks like Castmodian. Cool. Maybe you can describe what mission we're playing tonight, Baz.
Yeah, well, tonight we've decided to play Rejak's Retribution Part 1. It was just a random, fortuitous happening that his trailer started to play just before we started on the live stream. So we thought we'd just delay until that was the trailer was complete, and now as everything's all set up and organized, we can get started. So I haven't actually played this mission before, but Galactrix has, so we'll have a couple of various viewpoints as we go in from somebody who knows what they're expecting, but also from somebody experiencing it for the first time.
Yep, I'm looking forward to that. I have to pick up the mission, so I'm going to read the thingy. I like reading the mission descriptions. Let's have a look. Okay. While on a clandestine survey mission, the USS Tempest makes an alarming discovery. The Romulans are plotting something. Go to the Iconia system, which we're at now. Okay. Hail. Captain, we're receiving a priority message from Admiral Tamira on Starfleet Intelligence. The Admiral wants to investigate something about a missing ship in Romulan territory. Greetings, this is Admiral Tamira. Based on Admiral Quinn's personal recommendation of your qualifications and accomplishments, I have specifically requested that you handle the task of locating a missing Starfleet Intelligence ship. The USS Tempest was on a surveillance mission in the Romulan frontier and on the verge of discovering something of great importance. We have lost contact with the Tempest, and I want you to determine its status. Proceed to the asteroid field outside the Iconia system. Okay. Shall we go in? And hello, Dion
Yes,
Sol.
we shall.
Yep. And Sarah's Films.
Well, then the number of viewers has just jumped. So let's start the mission.
Okay, I've got the thing. Captain, we received an encoded message from Admiral Tamira. I've sent it to your ready room. Okay, let's go.
And yes, and a bit of a description about you heading to your ready room. And as you might guess, we're going to be reading out the dialogues for everyone, obviously, because they can't be read on probably. Well, we haven't tested this, but we're just going to be reading them out just to.
Yes, I'm streaming them. I'm streaming at quite a low quality because I've got a slow upload speed, so you might not be able to read what's on screen, and there's a chance that the stream might crash. So if everything goes blank, let me know in the chat room because I can still see that, and I'll try and restart the stream for you.
So here we are.
Yep, standard ready room. I've used this one before myself. Okay. Do you want to read
Vice
that?
Admiral yeah, I'll read it. Vice Admiral Talar, Captain USS Basilopti, Admiral Tamira, USS Tempest. Recently, there has been an above-average amount of Romulan activity in and around the Iconia system. In response, Starfleet Intelligence dispatched the USS Tempest to the Iconia system last week. 2 days ago, we received a routine transmission from the Tempest. Since that transmission, all contact with the Tempest has been lost. The ship was on a clandestine mission under the command of Captain Ariana Zerks, an SFI operative. Captain Zerk's last transmission indicated they had found a fleet of Romulans in the asteroid field just outside Arconia. In addition, they noted strange readings emanating from a large structure at extreme sensor range. The lack of subsequent communications indicates an 82.7% chance that the Romulans have either captured or destroyed the Tempest. The Tempest was deployed with one of the only operational chronometric projectors we have been available to salvage and from destroyed Borg ships. I'll get it right one day. It is imperative that we determine what has become of that projector. We must not allow it to fall into the Romulan hands. To do so would allow them reckless travel through the time-space continuum, with the potential to wreak all manner of havoc. Our mission is to travel to the Iconian asteroid field, determine the status of the USS Tempest, and retrieve the chronometric projector. In addition, determine what the Romulans are doing there and the purpose of their large structure that the Tempest detected. Keep this under wraps, Vice Admiral. This mission is classified Omega level. You are authorized to use any means you deem necessary to achieve your goals. SFI will handle any issues with Starfleet Command. That is all, Vice Admiral. Tamira out. And there's a little OOC comment here about asking the senior staff for their opinions, but we're interrupted by the chirp of the intercom.
Yeah, what do you think about having the yellow stage directions there? That's the first time I've seen it in someone's mission.
Well, I like it. I've employed this method in my own mission. I'm going to plug it, Mission Intelligence, simply for the fact that the mission involves something that I can't actually visually put into the mission. So it gives a way to add story elements where you can't actually do them gameplay-wise. So I enjoy it. And in terms of the story, I'm starting to wonder if it actually involves the whole Romulan main story quest, where Taras and the Iconian Gate. But I suppose we'll have to figure that out as we get there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll read the next bit. Captain, we have reached the fringe of the Iconian asteroid field, and we're receiving a distress signal from a nearby Heridian ship. Pipe it in here, I want to hear it. There's a brief pause, and then you hear the transmission. To any nearby Federation vessels, this is Captain Natama of the SS Debura. We are under attack by Orion raiders. Weapon systems and engines have failed. Hull integrity is failing. Please help us. The present location of the Debura? The ship is located at the edge of the asteroid field, approximately 1 light year directly ahead, Captain. While you motion to the senior staff members to head to the bridge, you start to head there as well. Yellow alert, we're on our way to the bridge.
And we can't bother walking, so we'll transport there instead.
Yeah, I always think that's hilarious. Got a loading screen now. I don't mind the oh, I've lost Bizag. But I've still got you guys on the live stream. Well, I was just saying I don't mind the yellow stage directions, but I'm not sure about using them myself because I'd rather that people imagine, you know, themselves what's going on. Hello, welcome back.
Yeah, I'm back, yes, and I just disconnected. Must have had an internet glitch. So I'll just quickly log back in.
Oh, so you're not in game either.
No, it just kicked me out.
Oh, that's interesting. I've still got you in my oh no, there you go. You've left the team. I'll wait for you to come back and then re-invite you. Hopefully.
Yep. Well, I'm loading the map now, so it shouldn't be long. There we go.
Oh, and there you are. Excellent. You're on the same map. I wonder if they fixed that teaming bug they had where people were going to different maps when playing Foundry missions.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Has anyone heard about that?
Well, hopefully it won't happen to us. There have been stealth sort of updates to the Foundry that have caused bugs with the editor. I hear people are getting crashes. So let's continue. And what do you think of this map? It's got a lot of stars on here. I'm getting dizzy. Okay. As the door opens and you arrive on the bridge, the duty officer greets you. Captain, we're entering the asteroid field and reducing speed to sublight. Defensive systems and weapons are online and ready. Tactical assessment. This large asteroid near us contains high quantities of magnetic particles. It should scramble the Orion sensors just enough to prevent them from detecting us for the moment. The freighter is bracketed on 3 sides by Orion vessels. Their shields are weakening under weapons fire. Open hailing frequencies and warn the Orions off. There's no response from... The communications officer's report is interrupted by a flashing light on the console. Captain, we're now receiving a transmission from the Orion commander.
On screen.
Do you not?
Okay, because this is the girl. I wanna try and do a female voice for this one.
Okay, go ahead.
Do not meddle in our affairs, Starfleet, or we shall blast you into space rubble. This is your only warning. So much for diplomacy. Full ahead and engage them.
Okay, looks like Rejak is in the chat room. Hello, we're playing your mission. Yeah, I want to see if it scales with the team as well. I don't remember them being that many enemies there before on Solo.
I'll just cloak and let's head in.
Hello, fullback.
And greetings any members of Caspian Division who happen to be in the channel.
Seem to be doing okay so far.
Yeah, it does seem to be a lot of mobs. Yeah.
I think it is just 2 groups though. Seems like it. Yeah, that's a good point, Rogue Enterprise. I write my missions for solo play, story-wise, but hopefully when I test them, they would scale to a team.
And there we are. I'm sort of half dead, but otherwise alive.
Yeah, so that seemed pretty well balanced. Captain, we're receiving...
This must be the
yeah, the Bureau. Yeah. We're receiving a transmission. Open the channel. Is that, I don't think I've seen a freighter that's been damaged and sort of like on fire before.
No, it's an asset. I've seen it because I've been checking for various Federation ships, and the only Federation ship that's in the as a detail there is
A Miranda.
the Miranda.
Yeah. I should really sort of add more assets to the Foundry. But let's continue. Do you want to read the dialogue?
Yep. USS Basilipti, we offer you many thanks for your assistance this day. If not for you, it would just be another pile of floating space debris about now. My ship's engineer reports that minimal power has been restored to the engine system, and we can now maneuver. We should be able to limp to our destination and complete repairs there. Glad we could be of assistance. Captain, good luck. Captain, during our fight with the Orions, we intercepted a transmission. It appears to be in code we've never before encountered. I triangulated the recipient's location from the transmission and detected a small vessel on the edge of the system. Let me see the transmission. Well, that is a very interesting transmission. A lot of just random letters and numbers, though some of them appear to be highlighted. 2160.
Yeah, better remember that.
We'll get it to cryptography and forget about it. Do you want to go on Galactrix?
Okay. Yes, Captain, I'll do so immediately. Sensor readings of the recipient's ship indicated the signature of a Romulan vessel. Based on mass readings, it's most likely a shuttle or a small scout ship. After we defeated the Orion, something quite peculiar happened. The vessel simply vanished. It did not go to warp, nor did it appear to engage a cloaking device. It simply vanished. It appears there is more here than freighter in distress. Suggest we move towards the last known location of the Romulan ship and investigate. Agree. Helm, plot a course and engage.
Let's go and investigate then.
Where do we have to go?
This is a...
there's a big circle. I can see it. Oh, this is a good bit. Just wait till we get to there.
Captain, sensors are now indicating Romulan patrol groups in the area. We should be prepared to engage them, however. We may be able to avoid confrontation as they are spread across the system. Maintain battle readiness. What do you think? Engage them or not?
I think I just ignored them.
Yeah, I think for mainly time we'll try and avoid the combat for now, unless we have to. But it's nice that it's there as an option if you want to do it, or if you want to avoid it. And didn't even have to cloak. Okay. Captain, I've located what appears to be a station and some sort of adjacent structure on sensors. It is possible this is related to the disappearance of the Romulan vessel. Suggest we move to close scan range for more readings.
What do you think of that construction?
I don't think I've ever seen something exactly like it in a mission. There's probably the basis, this main part of it, where I'm flying through now. I think it's probably a standard thing, but is that just a whole lot of dry docks underneath? Just inked together?
Yeah, it looks like that. He's had to build, I think, this entire thing from bits, which is pretty impressive.
Okay, well, it does look impressive, and the accompanying satellites just spread out along the pathway does make me really, think that some sort of pathway or leads to somewhere else entirely. Anyway, let's scan and see what happens.
Attention, Federation vessel. You are trespassing in Romulan space. Prepare to be destroyed. Captain, incoming Romulan cruiser. Oh, there they are. That's good. Do you think they're wiping Tribble on Monday, Casmodian?
Okay, census report, no other Romulan ships in the area. Our conversation is interrupted by my science officer. Yes, what is it?
Captain, cryptography has a preliminary report on transmission we intercepted earlier. The message encryption is some new form of polymorphic code that makes deciphering it extremely difficult. Our experts report that so far, all we have been able to crack is a few numeric strings. These strings always seem to begin with the sequence 2, 1. Odd, but interesting. I wonder what that means.
Well, I will keep that in mind, and let's find out. Unknown at this time, Captain. Cryptography indicates SFI encryption specialists may have more success. However, they will continue efforts to decode it. Our scan revealed that the platform is some sort of navigational aid, and there is a small facility on the platform that appears to be an operations center. I suspect the facility is somehow related to the earlier odd disappearance of the Romulan vessel. Suggest we send an away team to gather more information. Yes.
Okay, let's get going.
You might want to pick a better... yes.
Yep, I'm letting you pick one. I'm still getting used to that ensign I've got there, because that's the Borg I got from the kitten record recently.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't spec'd it out for anything yet.
Yeah, well, I recently got the same Borg, but I haven't done anything with her either.
Is that Havraha in the chat room? Havraha.
I wonder if it's better... Yeah, well, there is only one Havraha. If there's more than one, well, that's a sad day for humanity. Also... Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. When I was recording. Okay, we've got to search for data. Ooh, there's a flashy bit. Let's use the console. Enter code for access. Let's try and enter the access code. Okay, we'll try
Puzzle.
the 216 code.
Yep, 2160. Welcome. Deactivation of the force field will occur momentarily. Captain, the access code 2160. It begins with 21, the same sequence as in the encrypted transmission. Yep, that's kind of why I entered them. A wise choice to crack the code. I believe the Romulans are still unaware of our presence. My tricorder detects only a handful of them on the station. It appears we still have the element of surprise.
Let's move out quietly and see what we can find.
See, that's interesting. I wonder what would happen if you didn't enter the code correctly.
I would suggest more mobs would trigger than what there are now.
Yes, we were paying attention, Rejak.
Okay, which way? Let's have a look on the map. I guess we can go either way. I'll start. I like my captain. He's very damage orientated. Okay, that's one lot of data found.
I like the layout of this space. This is one of those standard Romulan kind of maps, isn't it? Yeah.
No, this is the science space in I can't remember where it is. It's a mission where Romulans attacked. It's a Romulan colony that has a sickness, and you have to help them. But not everyone's happy about you being there. I got a synthesizer cure in here.
Oh, cool. Pathing seems to be good for the bridge officers on this map. There are a lot of maps where it doesn't work at all. They're just running around in walls and everything. But here, they seem to be okay.
Oh, hate sub-commanders. We can get the last bit of data, and then we shall see. Captain, I believe we have retrieved all the data possible from these workstations. We should return to the Baslope D to begin analysis. Not yet. I want to pick up a mob, loot drop. But now I can.
Just curious, anyone in the chat room, have you played this mission?
Well, apart from Rejak, of course.
Well, of course. This mission,
you want to do this one? Yeah.
Gingerbread, this mission is Rejak's Retribution Part 1. Which is quite high up in the top rated.
Anyway, do you want to read this out?
Yep, sure. Captain, I've analyzed the data we've retrieved, and this platform is definitely a space catapult. Before the invention of transwarp drives, the technology boosted vessels to transwarp velocities. Typically, they were pointed at very specific destinations, much like today's transwarp gate technology. This one is directed to a pocket of dead space just outside the system. Today's transwarp gates are more efficient than this older method and did not require reload time. This one is currently ready for firing, though it has been recently used. Before we beamed up, I set the controls on the platform in such a way that we can activate the system remotely using the ship's consoles. Captain, I suggest we use the device and travel to this dead pocket in space. We have not located the Tempest or any ship debris in the system. It is entirely possible that the last firing, indicated by the Chief, was that of either the Tempest or possibly a Romulan shuttle we saw earlier. In either case, there is nothing more here to investigate. I agree. We will need to move into position directly over the launcher rail and activate the mechanism from our consoles. Once activated, we can engage the impulse drive to initiate the launch sequence. Finally, when we are just about to hit warp, we engage the warp drive, triggering a directed transwarp field that will propel us to the destination. Okay, let's go into position.
This is perhaps one of the interesting parts of when you're a team, because when you're a single person, you can know for certain that the person is where you can be if you activate like this. But if you're two, they can be in different parts of the map like this. So it can be very, very easy to cause problems.
Is there anything in Star Trek? Oh, see, there's special effects going on in Star Trek that talks about transwarp catapults like this. I know in an episode of Voyager there was some kind of space catapult. So, you know, just thinking about tie-ins and things.
I'm not entirely sure myself. I'm sure someone in our... Yes, it was Voyager, said Captain P.F. Dennis. Thank you.
But, you know, this also reminds me of a big Mass Effect thing from Mass Effect.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely the shape of it.
Well, that sort of more looked like an energy sword from Halo.
I like the special effect though, because the warp thingy really made it seem like it had started to launch you off.
The Star Streaks weather is a great asset for faking warp.
Yeah, I didn't think it would fail with more than one player. I just knew that it was a map transition kind of thing, but as long as one person clicks the thing, then it activates the transfer.
Yeah. Yeah, like something in like Alamax 30s Spirits of Ramak-Nor, that can cause a whole lot of problems if you aren't in the right place or when you do it, because you can basically shut out people from the rest of the mission.
That's interesting. I haven't actually played Spirits of Ramak-Nor, so I'll have to check that out myself. Captain, it appears we successfully jumped to transwarp speed.
Report.
Sensors and several other systems have sustained minor damage. Crews are already working to restore... Someone is like, gasp, go play it. Okay, I will go play it. Sensors and several other systems have sustained minor damage. Crews are already working to restore full functionality. Perhaps the catapult equipment is calibrated for Romulan ships in some fashion that makes it partially incompatible with ours. Very well. Report on our current position. 1 minute, Captain. Your science officer takes some readings and inputs data into the console computer. After a moment, the officer turns to you and appears perplexed. Okay. Captain, we have traveled approximately 12 AU from our previous position. That is a very short distance for a transwarp jump. However, now picking up automated ship's disaster beacon bearing 30 Mark II degrees, it's the Tempest, suggests we close to transporter range and perform standard contact procedures. Okay.
So we start hailing and we'll move forward. Let's find this beacon. Oh, it's flashing, so I think we can...
Beacon?
Yep. Let's read this. Captain, there has been no response to our hails. Preliminary scans indicate severe damage. I doubt anyone has survived. We should verify with a close-range scan. Helm, move to within range. Scan the Tempest.
Captain, I'm reading no life signs. However, life support seems to be operational at a minimal level. There are hull breaches on most decks, and the bridge has been destroyed. Portion of the main engineering deck appears to be intact and habitable. If I may, the scans indicate life support and gravitational fields on the engineering deck are within limits to support a brief expedition. My review of the files from Admiral Tamira indicates the chronometric projector should be located in the engineering lab on that deck. We should also be able to retrieve the duplicate ship's log file from the backup console.
Okay, let's transport to Tempest engineering deck. I'm gonna bring my Ferengi this time. There. So far I'm liking the story. It's the effects are good and story's intriguing. Things aren't
Yeah.
as obvious, but you can certainly see that something it's heading towards something.
I like the variety of maps so far. There's been ground, space combat. There's a interesting story that seems to be unraveling. You know how some missions, they just don't have any kind of mystery that you're following. It's just pew pew. But I like stories like this.
Captain, tricorder readings indicate deceased crew members ahead. We should have a medical team beamed over to recover them for return to their homeworlds and families. We tap our combat to say Captain to sickbay.
Sickbay here. Go ahead, Captain. You explain the situation and order personnel to beam over. Understood, Captain. We'll assemble a team and beam over right away.
Away team out.
Captain, we should also probably scan one of the bodies to see if we can learn anything about what happened here.
Let's check this one right ahead. Here we are.
Captain, the burn patterns on this crew member's arms are consistent with Type 3 disruptor fire. I think we know what happened here. It leaves little doubt,
yeah.
Romulans,
those damn sneaky... Captain, it is possible that the Romulans boarded the ship to acquire the projector. We should be able to access the duplicate log file from the console just ahead. If the projector is still on board, it will be in the engineering lab at the far end of this deck. That's the Saratoga map in the State of Cure mission. Oh, there we go. There's the console. Damage. The computer system has sustained serious damage and managed to retrieve a piece of the duplicate log file from this console. We'll need to check the remaining consoles on this deck to acquire the rest of the file. Oh, medical intern. Oh, how nice. Oh, I've got to return back here. sometimes there are specific bridge officers that seem to just not behave, and for me it's Donnie.
I like how the sort of like the medical team is beamed over, but one of the things that I've noticed is that they're the same 3 costumes kind of recycled over and over again. I don't know if that's intentional, like as you're moving along it seems like they're following you, or if they're just clones. I just thought it was a bit weird.
Yeah, well, I mean, there is... And I wouldn't really put a whole lot of effort into creating, 10 different costumes for such minor characters as these. Alright, there's one. Let's find the other one. Is it over here? The emergency force field. Sealed off the corridor. We can deactivate using console on the wall. What wall? Ah, there. As I'm walking past this, I'm remembering what happens in the cryptic mission here.
What happens in the cryptic mission?
Basically, just fight a whole lot of Borg. And
Captain, we've obtained the remaining log fragments. We should head to the lab to find the projector. Move out, let's find the projector. Yeah, I kind of remember what happens in the mission. It's the state of Q on the Saratoga, and then you just fight the Borg.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's the same medical intern guy, ship's doctor.
Yeah. And ship's nurse. Oh. This is the final map where you just talk to Q, and then he goes outside the map, and becomes huge.
Yeah, it would be nice if we could do stuff like that, like stick a giant NPC outside the window. Captain, it appears the projector is no longer on the ship. It should have been attached to that console in the center of the room. It's highly likely that the Romulans now have the projector in their possession. I suggest we return to the ship to reassemble the data for playback and determine how to proceed. Beam back to your ship and reassemble the duplicate log.
Let's energize. Now, I do like the inbuilt sound effects to the maps. Sometimes you gotta think about that too when you do a mission.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, the red alert sound. I hope that someday they let us customize sound effects.
Captain, we have reassembled the Tempest duplicate log file and can start playback when you're ready. Excellent. Proceed with playback.
Captain's log.
You want to read this one?
Ariana Zerx commanding. We have discovered and used a space catapult near the asteroid field and warped into a dead pocket of space. I now understand why the device was there. We have discovered while it is possible to leave here under normal warp drive, it's not possible to get here using it. Science Officer McGee claims it has something to do with the black dwarf star's gravity well and has generated a dead pocket area. McGee also reports that long-range sensors are picking up some sort of massive structure ahead of us. I have ordered the ship to proceed with caution to the source of the readings. Okay, and here's some more. Captain's log supplemental. Note, this entry has been made by the automated ship's bridge alert monitoring system. McGee. Captain, sensors are detecting a fleet inbound. It's the Romulans. They are powering up weapons. Zerx. Red alert. All hands to battle stations. Raise shields. Tactical Officer Azon. Shields up. Phasers and torpedo systems armed, Captain. McGee. I count 20 ships inbound. We're in over our heads here. Disengage. Helm. Come to 215 Mark 3 and prepare for warp speed. Captain, we're caught in a tractor beam. Attack Pattern Omega. Disrupt the beam and scramble their targeting sensors. It's working, Captain. We're breaking free. Wait. Shield failure in main engineering. We're hit. The hull is breached on 3 decks. On decks 3 through 6 and deck 16. Bridge to engineering. Do we have warp speed? Cortez. Warp drive is still available, Captain, but the main energizer is out. We're running on auxiliary power. Engage warp drive, best possible speed. Too late, Captain. Incoming plasma torpedoes. Evasive action. All hands brace for impact.
Yes, well, I guess they died from the plasma. That's it, Captain. The bridge recorder and most likely the bridge was destroyed at that point. Based on what we saw aboard, it is safe to assume that the Romulans boarded the Tempest via the shield failure and removed the projector either during or immediately after the attack. The Tempest was simply outgunned and never had a chance.
Now, I just want to address Cerberus films there. What if you don't have 1 to 6 deck? Oh, well, that was a log from the Tempest over there, which is that big ship over there, so it's not actually talking about your own vessel.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Tempest was destroyed, not... so it's Tempest Deck 16, not your own. So a Defiant... I don't think a Defiant would have a Deck 16, but I'll have to look that up.
As the playback completes, your science officer gestures to get your attention. Captain, we're detecting a large burst of chronotomic and neutrino particles, as well as a large structure at the extreme range of sensors. The conversation is interrupted by a tactical officer. Do you want to read that one?
Captain, new sensor contacts. Several Romulan patrols have arrived or decloaked in the system. The patrols seem fairly spread throughout the area. We should be able to avoid conflict by providing a wide berth if you wish to proceed towards the structure. You pause for a moment to gather your thoughts, spinning your chair towards a communication station. You order a coded mission update sent to Admiral Tamira, including the intercepted message, and then turn back towards the navigation situation. Plot an evasive course to the structure. So yes, I'm just going to cloak. Captain, I have pinpointed the structure we detected earlier and now have attained new readings. Analysis indicates a strong projection of both chronometric and neutrino particles. Both of these are known to be generated by Romulan cloaking devices, as well as temporal rifts and gateways. It will be necessary to move closer to the structure to gain sufficient data for a more conclusive analysis. The device appears to be some sort of gateway. Let's move on.
Definitely looks like some kind of interesting shaped gate ahead of us.
Yeah. Looks more like an eye than...
Yeah, I suppose if you look at it sideways, it looks like the Eye of Sauron. We're in Lord of the Rings.
Star Trek version.
You know, I've just flown past a bunch of enemies.
Yep. And as a cloaked ship, I just could go right past them. Right. Greetings, Federation Commander. I am Commander Tial of the Romulan Perimeter Defense. You have been identified as Federation vessel USS Basilop D, Vice Admiral Talar, last known to be in command. You are trespassing in Romulan space. Your interference in our affairs will not be tolerated. Escort fleet, destroy the intruders now.
Whoa.
I'm probably going to die here. There's the Magi. I want to kill the Magi. Or Mogai.
It's over here in my face.
There we go. Yes, I think I will pop fleet support.
There we go, and we didn't die.
Yay, and I probably would have if it wasn't for you.
Bah, I'll destroy myself. Prepare to meet your doom. Where has he gone? There he is. Diderodix battleships. I think it was pretty hard. 2 battleships.
Oh well, that's just one. That's just the thing scaling.
No, they're saying that in the chat room they're saying they didn't make it hard enough, but I think it was pretty hard. We're just really badass.
Captain, I have found our vanishing ship. Just as Commander Ta'al's battlecruiser decloaked, the ship we saw previously went through the gateway. We intercepted another transmission as well. This one contains the same numeric sequences as the previous message. I would say this is some type of activation or destination code that must be transmitted to the gateway's controller to allow passage. We should scan the device from close range for more data regarding this. Captain, advise we scan the gateway before Romulan reinforcements arrive. Agreed, let's head there.
Okay, I'm scanning it. Captain, this is fascinating. The device appears to be utilizing a mixture of Romulan, Borg, and Iconian technology. It appears the Romulans have successfully constructed the equivalent of an Iconian gateway in space. This suggests that any vessel entering the gateway could travel to any location and/or time. It might also explain the coded transmission requirement. I now suspect that the transmission contains a destination code and possibly some other authorization code that configures the gateway for use. This continues to get worse. Captain, based on what we witnessed, it is safe to assume the Romulans are using the gateway. There's no telling what damage they could or have already done. There's also the issue of the missing chronometric projector. It's highly likely that Romulan ship we just saw carried it into the gateway for some undetermined use. As you're about to respond, the communications officer interrupts you, indicating you've received a message from Admiral Tamira. On screen. Do you want to read that?
Yes, I have received. It's to me from Admiral Tamira mission update. I've received your mission update and the intercepted message you indicated. SFI cryptography is currently analyzing the encryption on the Romulan message. Progress is slow. However, I estimate there is a 99.2% chance of success. Damn, Vulcan. While determining the whereabouts of the chronometric projector is of great importance, we need to acquire more data before proceeding further. I have assigned additional personnel to the cryptography department in an effort to increase the rate of analysis. The loss of the Tempest is most unfortunate. I will arrive with Task Force Tango in approximately 46.3 hours to begin a salvage operation. Preliminary data indicates a 91.4% chance to recover classified technology and surveillance data remaining on board. Perhaps there is more information to be gleaned by reviewing data from the Tempest's computers. Return to your regular duties. I will contact you before we have sufficient data to proceed. That is all. Live long and prosper, Vice Admiral. Tamara out. What was the timestamp of the Admiral's message? Do you want to go for this one, Gail?
It was approximately 18 hours ago. At this range, that would be correct for a transmission from Sol. Captain, I recommend we depart as soon as practical. It is extremely likely that the Romulans will send reinforcements. You nod in agreement and turn towards the communication station. You order an update to be sent to Admiral Tamira, which both the scan data and the location of the gateway, and turn towards the navigation station. Helm, take us out of the system ahead, Warp 5. This concludes part 1 of Retribution by Rejak. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed creating it for you. Be on the lookout for part 2. Use leave the system button near your minimap. Okay. And that's the mission.
Yes. I think I really enjoyed it, the mission. There is it's a good basis, a good start for a part. The whole foundation of the mission was to find out what happened to the Tempest and to create the intrigue that leads on through the rest of the arc. And I think he did a good job there.
Yes.
Mission, yeah. It wraps enough up so that it feels like something has been done, but leaves a good strong strand that you want to continue on and want to find out what happens next.
Yes,
those
definitely.
are my thoughts.
That's exactly my thoughts as well. I thought that the mission built up a nice kind of story as we went along, and we found the Tempest, which is what we were searching for. We got that sense of completion when we finished the mission, and there's enough kind of mystery left behind with this gate and what's going on to make me want to play part 2, which is I hope is out soon. I don't know. So whenever the Foundry returns to stability, says Cathmodian.
Yes, well, who knows when that might be.
Now, it's given me the rating window, and I'm sure when I played this before I rated it already, but anyway, I'm going to give it 5 stars again, and I don't have time to type a review out on screen, because I like to kind of write a nice long review, so I'll edit it later. But there we go. So let's warp out of the system, and that's the first episode of Broadcast UGC done.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us. I hope you enjoyed playing this mission through with us. And we'll be here next week playing something else. We have yet to determine what, but
yeah, we have definitely
we'll find out.
Not thought of what's going to happen next week, but we will be back next week. I hope you enjoyed watching, and that's it for now. We'll see you next week.
Live long and prosper.
See you guys. Bye. Do you have any idea what you want to play next week?
I'll just have a look through what's there now. Would try to prefer something less played, well known, but something that's good.
I wasn't quite sure how to end the thing. I think we need to come up with like a, like every other show does. We go like, here's our emails, or no, we don't have an email address. But you follow us on Twitter and stuff like that. I should have said that.